Some people never raise their voice, even when the world is falling apart. They don't argue, they don't panic, they don't rush to prove themselves right. They simply breathe. And while everyone else is entangled in chaos, these people silently observe everything, as if they have already survived this storm before. You may have met such a person, someone surrounded by an unusual sense of calm. No matter what happens, they remain composed, steady, and grounded. And if you've ever wondered how some people stay calm while others break down, the answer is deep. Real calmness does not mean the absence of emotions. It is born when emotion and understanding merge. They feel everything, but they don't react the way they once did. When you've seen enough of life, endured pain, and realized that panic never solves anything, you stop fighting storms that cannot be controlled. That is the psychology of calm people. They were not born this way. They became this way. Calm people were once anxious, emotional, and desperate to control everything. But life taught them one simple truth. Life never goes your way just because you want it to. A moment comes when they stop trying to control the ocean and instead learn to surf on it. This is real calmness. It is not indifference. It is emotional wisdom. Psychologists call it emotional regulation. It is not emotional suppression. It is understanding your emotions so deeply that they no longer control you. Why do some people reach this state while others remain overwhelmed? The answer lies in a part of the brain called the amygdala, the center of fear and emotional response. Calm people have a more balanced amygdala. Their prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of the brain, steps in before emotions take over. In simple words, calm people have trained their mind to take a pause between feeling and reacting. This pause is their superpower. That is why, even in an argument, they do not attack immediately after hearing something hurtful. They can sit in silence. In that stillness lives wisdom. Calm people didn't learn this from books. They learned it through heartbreaks, disappointments, and life's harsh lessons. They became exhausted from overreacting, apologizing, regretting. They realized that peace matters more than being right. So now, when tension rises, they choose silence instead of shouting. They choose breathing instead of blaming. They choose to let go of grudges that burn people from inside. They don't act from impulse. They act from perspective. They don't chase validation. They chase meaning. They don't need to prove they are right. They want to understand. Because they know if you react to everything, you become a prisoner of everything. The calmer you are, the freer you become. Calm people look at the world differently. Where others see chaos, they see patterns. Where others see problems, they see lessons. Where others see endings, they see new beginnings. They have learned to zoom out. So even if they lose something, they say, maybe it was meant to be. This is not denial. It is perspective born from experience. When something bad happens, most people think, why me? A calm person thinks, why not me? This is not giving up. It is understanding that life happens to everyone. They discovered a deep psychological truth. Pain without resistance is just sensation. Pain with resistance becomes suffering. For many, calmness began as self-protection. They learned early that shouting changes nothing, guarding emotions feels safer. Slowly, that shield became their strength. They don't enter a room demanding attention. They don't raise their voice to match the noise. Their calmness itself lowers the noise. You can feel their quiet confidence. If you ask them, how are you so calm? They might smile and say, I simply stopped fighting. What they mean is they stopped fighting life. They stopped trying to win every argument, control every outcome. They started trusting themselves. So next time you see someone who never looks disturbed, don't assume they don't care. They do care. They have simply learned to save their energy. They know that not every emotion needs to be shown. Not every thought needs attention. If someone ever told you you're very calm, take it as a compliment. It means you have learned emotional balance in a world that constantly demands reaction. You have learned to face storms without becoming one, because calmness is not emptiness. It is fullness without noise. It is power without aggression. It is emotion without chaos.